Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Flower God TV. This is my first vlog. Before I go ahead and properly introduce myself, I want to go ahead and thank each and every one of you that is watching this video at this moment in time. Um, know that it is sincerely appreciated because this is something I've always wanted to do, but I've never done. And I'll explain why in a little while. A little bit about myself. My name is Nicholas Narciso Gallegos. I am 28 years old. I was born on June 15th, 1988 in a little city in California called Modesto. I am a freelance photographer and graphic design artist. There you go. Why Flower God TV? Why Flower God Photography? Why Flower God Designs? There are three things that remind me of a very special person that was in my life for 25 years, and that would be my grandmother, Mary, or Maria Saavedra Romo. She's no longer with us. I do feel that she is with me spiritually, and I wholeheartedly believe that she's the one that's giving me the courage to do this. Number one. Flower in the title. Flower is, well, like I said, there's three things that remind me of this person, and number one would be the flowers, because my grandmother, may she rest in peace, she was known for her beautiful garden of flowers in front and on the side of her house. The second thing that reminds me of her is pearl necklaces. And the third thing that reminds me of her is, of course, the aroma of floral perfume flowers and spices. I don't know. There was a spicy aroma that my grandmother used to have in her house. Not like so much food-wise, but it was like a cinnamony wooden smell, along with like the wooden smell of burning wood, firewood, because they were also known for that too. That fireplace was always on. And well, the God portion is, well, of course, how would I say this? I'm not, well, let's see here. I have my beliefs. I believe there is an afterlife, and I believe that there is something out there. I believe in God, and I don't believe one person should have to punish themselves throughout life to have a better life, better afterlife. But that's just me, you know. If that's what you believe, go for it. I am nobody to judge. That's something you'll know about me, is that I really prefer to find the good in people. Sometimes that can be a bad thing, though. But yes, that's where I believe that she is. And let me see here. I am extremely inspired by the Hindi religion. I put flower and God together into one because primarily my grandmother, and because unfortunately, I mean, in the Sikh religion, there is a God out there, the God of love and all that good stuff, but there is no God of flowers, unfortunately. I'm sure there's one of nature. I haven't really done my complete and 100% research on it, but yeah, I decided to make my own character, which is Flower God. I wasn't intentionally going to go by that name. How would I say it? I know my alias is Nicholas. I know that, you know, I am me and I am who I am, but, you know, for the sake of YouTube and all that good stuff, if that's what you want to call me, by all means, go for it. A couple things that I like to do in my spare time, now that I have a lot of it, I won't express why, but those of you who know me know why. I love poetry. I like writing. I love music. If you know me well. I'm always posting about music, the latest, and the good classics and such, 90s, 80s, some 70s. I really love Judy Garland and Marilyn Monroe. Those are two people that I really admired back in the day, and I really like watching those kinds of movies as well. Movies. I love movies. I have a collection of DVDs and CDs as well. I know that's so retro, if you will, but I do. It is what it is. Let's see here. Graphic design is another thing. I started graphic designing when I was probably about, well, early teenage years, maybe 13, 14, something like that. Yeah, I would say about that time, because I remember my mother had gotten us a computer. I believe it was an HP desktop or something or other, but I always filled it around with paint and such. And early GIFs and such, they were really, really pixelated and really, really discolored and such, but it was fun. And yeah, I mean, that's where I started, I guess. You know, I've always really been into the whole artistic thing of graphic designing, and you know, it is an art, if you will. I like to read. here and there, you'll know, I mean, I can be a little flighty when it comes to different things that I enjoy doing. Hopefully that won't be, I mean, it will not be the case with this. I surely hope it won't be the case with the YouTubing thing and the vlogging and such. I'm really enjoying it already. But, you know, sometimes I'll start a book and I won't completely finish. The two books that I can honestly say that I finished from start to finish, from the very beginning to the end of it, in a matter of a couple of days are, the first book I read was Forgiveness by Chiquis Rivera. That's the English version, or Perdón in Spanish, if you will. And after I finished that book, I had to get the Jenni Rivera book, which is Unbreakable, or I'm sorry, I mean, I do have to I am bilingual. Being Chicano and all that good stuff, you know, sometimes your words get a little flustered. Inquebrantable, something or other. Anyways, yeah, it's what it is. Those books were really good. I didn't know that they went through so much turmoil and such, and you know, I really respect and admire Chiquis Rivera, who I met, by the way, last year, the day before my birthday, and Jenni Rivera, may she rest in peace as well. They both went through a lot of bullshit in their lives, and you know, the books, they're really good books. I have to say, when I read them, I felt like I was actually listening to them talking to me while I read it. I could hear their voices and such, you know, if that makes sense. I mean, literally, I didn't really hear their voices, but, you know, I mean, in my mind, I felt like, well, you know, it is what it is. The main reason why I am doing this whole vlog thing is for my siblings, my younger siblings, and my kids. I don't want to get into too much depth of my personal life. My life is my life. But my family consists of my boyfriend and his two siblings who live with us. I won't say why. That is our business. And then we also have our dog, our Chihuahua mix, Dana, and our cat, Paris. Don't get me wrong, I love cats. They're so cute, especially when they're little kittens. Although they are beautiful animals and creatures, unfortunately, I am extremely allergic to our feline friends in the animal kingdom. But yeah, I'm also allergic to dust, wet, cut grass, and dirt. But yeah, I have, let's see here. My childhood consisted of, okay. So the whole bullying aspect of my life, I went through a lot of bullying, a lot of bullshit. You know, it took me a long time to forgive those people. Not just for, you know, not for them, but for myself, as cliche as it sounds. But, you know, that whole negative portion aside, 3, maybe 4 people really helped me get through that. Well, there's quite a few people actually, probably more than 4. But first one being Selena Quintanilla, which I am really extremely excited about, the Madame Tussauds wax figure. It's finally happening. Took a long time, but hey, it's finally here in a couple of weeks. I really enjoyed her music. She was extremely flamboyant, sparkly, beautiful, confident, and just all in all nice, you know, I mean, and that was unfortunately the cause of her, you know, of her passing. She trusted way too easily. And the second group of people would be the Spice Girls. Call me old if you want, but, you know, I mean, I'm extremely indebted to them, because they were also they were extremely helpful with me trying to deal with who I was becoming, you know, trying to find myself. I have a few merchandise items, which maybe I'll go ahead and put in a different video one of these days. But, you know, I don't have the big whole entire collection, but I don't believe that you should have to have every single merchandise ever sold to be considered a fan. You know, the fact that they helped me through a lot, and for me to appreciate each and every one of them individually, you know, I think that is what fandom is about. I also watched the Golden Girls, Roseanne, let's see here, Roseanne the Nanny, and, you know, they also helped me, you know, find laughter and joy as a kid and into my adolescence. And Sailor Moon, you know, that's probably the only anime I'd like to say that I'm an extreme fan of, but yeah, that's pretty much it.